Hello and welcome to another episode of Hillcats at Home. On today's show, I'll bring you a local update on how our state is starting to open up. We'll welcome our accountant Austin Amos to this show for the first time. Peter is back with his Merch Minute. We have a different sort of question from a fan. Joe is back with another podcast for you to check out. We'll look in on Southpaw. I'll show you how one of our sister teams managed to celebrate despite the lockdown and more. So stay tuned and I'll see you right back here in just a bit. Welcome back to Hillcats at Home. I'm your host, Jeff Raymond. In today's top story, the governor of Virginia announced that as of today, phase one of his reopening plan begins. This means haircuts will be permitted with appointments, masks, and added disinfecting safety measures. Groups of up to 10 people will be permitted with distancing guidelines in place, and gyms will be able to reopen with special distancing and cleaning guidelines. So expect a bit of a wait for the elliptical. There's nothing new to report in regards to sporting events, but every little step is a step closer to a potential opening day. And now, here's Peter with Peter's Merch Minute.
Hey Hillcats fans, it's Peter, back at the Caddy Shack at Bank of the James Stadium for Merch Minute. Tomorrow is Armed Forces Day. Special shout out and thanks to those that have served. Because it's Armed Forces Day, this weekend, all weekend long, 15% off our online merch store. So go on, check it out, automatically applied. And a couple things that we have that go great for those that have served and continue to serve our country. Our camo shirts, classic items, our red, white, and blue hat, our Stars and Stripes hat, and then our classic beige cap with the American flag patch on the side. But one item that's not here yet, but on the way, Home Team shirt. It's a red soft cotton tee from 108 Stitches with Home Team, red, white, and blue L logo, similar to this one, but red, white, and blue instead of Stars and Stripes. And we're going to put it live now, right now, on the website. They aren't quite in yet, but once they are, we'll send it out to you. 15% off that as well. That item's going to go very quickly. Baseball American Pastime with the red, white, and blue theme, plus Hillcats as Lynchburg and Central Virginia's home team. Buy now and support the Hillcats, but once again, special thank you to those that have served our country. Happy Armed Forces Day.
Thanks, Peter. Joining us this week for the very first time, please welcome our accountant, Austin Amos, with Austin's Bad Baseball Joke of the Week.
Hey guys, I'm Austin. I'm here with my dog Simba, and we're here to give you the Bad Baseball Joke of the Week. This week's joke is, what's the difference between a Yankees fan and the dentist? A Yankees fan roots for the Yanks. A dentist yanks for roots. That's this week's Bad Baseball Joke of the Week. Tune in next week and Simba and I will get you another bad baseball joke. Have a safe week, guys.
Good one, Austin. Austin will join us each week with a new joke, so don't forget to check back for each new episode. In news from around the Elmores, the Amarillo Sod Poodles got their championship rings this week, which normally means a huge celebration. Due to the current state of the country, they were forced to improvise, but they didn't let that ruin their excitement. Take a look.
Oh, man. That is incredible.
Damn, Radical tore into it.
Wow, great, right?
It is big. You didn't lie about that.
It's huge.
This is awesome.
Looks good.
Oh, that's better than I could have imagined.
You guys put it up to the screen so people can see it. Wow.
That is huge.
We'd like to congratulate the Sod Poodles on their 2019 championship and wish them the best for the season to come. To see the entire live broadcast, head on over to their Facebook page at Amarillo Sod Poodles Baseball. And now it's time for our fan question of the week. Today's question is a little bit different and it comes from Lauren.
All right, different kind of question than you're probably normally used to being asked, but I want to know, what is your all-time favorite baseball brawl?
favorite baseball brawl was the 2003 ALCS when Don Zimmer went after Pedro Martinez. You don't see that many fights in the playoffs, and definitely not in baseball. So that one always stuck out to me, and plus it's one of the better rivalries in baseball, Red Sox versus Yankees. So that's my favorite baseball brawl.
Hey everyone, it's Matt. Favorite brawl probably wasn't a brawl really. It was more of a life lesson. Robin Ventura was probably 20 years younger than Nolan Ryan, and he charges the mound. He gets in a headlock, and the old man basically reminds him that he's still kicking. So, lesson 1, respect your elders. Lesson 2, don't fight anybody from Texas.
What's up, guys? My favorite MLB brawl was probably Alex Rodriguez versus Jason Varitek in 2004, Red Sox Yankees. I'm a huge Yankees fan, and that was when the rivalry is probably at the height it's been at since I was watching baseball. So that's probably my favorite brawl and most memorable brawl for me.
Thanks for your question, Lauren. Don't forget, if you have a question you'd like to ask the front office staff, record your question and send it to me at jraymond@lynchburg-hillcats.com. Don't forget to take it in landscape mode, and if we use your question on the show, we'll send you some Hillcats gear. Now it's time for Joe's Podcast of the Week.
What's up, everybody? It's Joe back with another Podcast of the Week. This week, my podcast is going to be a little different. I know the last two have been sports-related. This one is a true crime podcast for all you true crime junkies out there. I know there's a lot of people that really love it. I'm one of them. Those kind of podcasts always suck me in. One of my favorites that I listen to pretty regularly is called Small Town Murder. The last episode I listened to was episode 170, and it's about a cult in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Well, an attempted cult, I guess I should say, a vampire cult. They take a look at a troubled kid who grew up with, some pretty big red flags, warning signs, and they really do a lot of research. You learn a lot about the characters of the story, about everybody involved. You learn a lot about the town. They go really in depth about everything. This podcast is pretty long because of all the detail. And I will say it is a comedy podcast. I know, you think murder and comedy might not go together. If you think that this one's not for you, but they don't make jokes about the murder, about the victims, anything like that. They make jokes around the small town or stuff that happens, like with the police force or any kind of oddities. They are two comedians based out of Phoenix that do it, so I think they make it enjoyable, especially talk about something so dark. It's kind of put in a different light. It's not your Dateline or your 2020 look at it. It's a comedic look at crime, but they do, again, I'll say they do not make fun of the victim's family, anything like that. They're very respectful to the victims, but it's very entertaining. Like I said, it's episode 170, Small Town Murder. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, anywhere you listen to your podcast, you can find it. And go check it out.
Checking it on Southpaw.
Thanks, Joe. Let's head on over to the stadium to see what Southpaw is up to this week. Sitting at the info booth waiting for fans to finally be allowed to come back? I'm with you, buddy. Now, Peter's back with a reminder about the Elmore Sports Raffle.
Hey Hillcats fans, beautiful day here at Calvin Falwell Field at Bank of the James Stadium. Wanted to remind you that this weekend is the last opportunity to buy entries for the Elmore Sports Group raffle. We have 3 raffle packages. First one is signed memorabilia from all 7 teams. Second one is a bobblehead from all 7 teams. And the third one is a hat from all 7 teams. $2, just $2 to enter any of the 7 raffles. You can buy on the Live Source app. So get the app, buy some raffle tickets, help support all 7 communities. Here locally, our donations will be going to Lynchburg Daily Bread. Thank you for your support. Go Hillcats.
That wraps up another edition of Hillcats at Home. Don't forget to set your alarm for 5 p.m. every Friday for new episodes. I'm Jeff Raymond. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next week.
Southpaw.